Hi, I'm Srikesh Arunajadai with the Health Division at Kantar. I'll give a brief overview on our paper on data fusion to address sample size challenges in linked data. Claims data can be large with thousands of patients, but with stringent inclusion-exclusion criteria, as is the case in most real-world data studies, the sample size can shrink quite a bit. After linkage, there is even further reduction in the sample size. Finally, the sample size might be insufficient for certain subgroups of interest, like treatment classes, specific comorbidities, or rare disease in particular. So, what is data fusion? Our proprietary National Health and Wellness Survey data, which among other variables has patient reported outcomes or PROs, will be called the donor dataset. The health insurance claims database, which has among other variables information on the patient's diagnosis, procedure, and treatment history, will be called the recipient dataset. The resulting linked dataset has the patient's information on diagnosis, procedure, treatment history, as well as the PROs. The objective of the data fusion problem is, can information regarding the PROs be transferred from the donor to the recipient using the information in the linked dataset? Our validation analysis here uses a test data of 883 type 2 diabetes patients where we compare the results from the linked and the fused data. We look at the results across 4 PROs as can be seen here. The results from the observed are what would be obtained from analyzing the linked dataset. Next, we present the results from the fused dataset. As you can see, the differences between that obtained from the linked or the observed and the fused is less than 0.5 for most PROs. At the core of our data fusion methodology is a disease-agnostic artificial neural network model that models the outcomes, PROs in our case, using the diagnosis, procedure, and treatment history of the patient in the linked dataset. To this model, we feed the disease-specific recipient data, type 2 diabetes in our example, to generate predictions of the outcomes. These predictions are then matched to the donor PRO values in the survey database through statistical matching techniques. The matched values constitute the fused PROs for the recipient dataset, which can be further analyzed using techniques for multiply imputed datasets. That was a quick overview of our methodology. This was joint work between myself, Srikesh Arunajadai, and my colleagues Lulu Lee and Tom Haskell. Thank you.